Well, there's a lot of equipment that we use. There's a lot of equipment that you guys never see on the show. But some of the things that they do see on the show a lot of times is the thermal imaging camera and also the K-IImeter.
Yeah, now this just measures magnetic fields at certain frequencies. None of our equipment is really intended to be used for paranormal investigation. They don't really make that stuff. So we have to kind of cannibalize from all around us. And a lot of our tools come from electricians. This is used to find latent wires and things like that in the walls. And we found that we can use this to debunk claims. A lot of times if there's a high magnetic field or in a room, people will generally just feel creeped out, sense of paranoia. So anytime someone gives us a report of just feeling creeped out in a room, we want to go in with this, and we'll usually get high readings leading back to some piece of equipment that we can then instruct them to shield better and see if people feel more comfortable. But other times we have no explanation for it. We can actually seemingly gauge in a conversation with something that isn't there by getting the lights to respond for a yes. So it's a pretty interesting piece of equipment.
All right, as you can see, you got the thermal, you've got the wall here. If I walked over and I put my hand on the wall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and walked away, you can still see that we've got the handprint from the body temperature actually touching the wall, even for that short period of time. And we use this to pick up temperature fluctuations, hot spots, cold spots, because that's one of the biggest claims, that people claim that they feel a hot spot or a cold spot or something cold touched them. And this helps us locate those areas and try to figure out what they are. It could be everything from a draft in a window, an AC unit on, things of that nature. So.
But every once in a while it throws us a loop. I mean, we've had cases where things are just flat out walked right in front of it. Our other cameras don't catch it. We don't see anything in front of us, but on the thermal we see a figure move.
That's awesome. We get some of our most compelling evidence using this. Basically, all it is a recorder, and we just turn it on, ask questions, leave some time for whatever might be there to answer, and sometimes when we play it back, we actually have answers. Era this person is from, we'll ask who the president is, we'll ask what year it is, and then we get into more personal things. If we know any of the backstory. We always start with basic questions. We start with, what is your name? How old are you? We try to pinpoint maybe what time era this person is from. We'll ask who the president is. We'll ask what year it is. And then we get into more personal things. If we know any of the backstory, we'll start asking about, for example, if we heard someone was murdered, we might ask, were you killed? Who killed you? Where were you killed? Questions like that, just things that are pertaining to the investigation.
This one, usually we'll walk around with it, and the whole idea is to kind of keep it around like shoulder level. You want it to kind of go where you're looking in hopes of catching something if you do see it. I've been with the group for about 2 years, and it's not very often you find something on video. I mean, what we do is, the whole idea is ghost hunting. It is hard. You don't find stuff all the time. A lot of times you're just sitting in a room for hours on end with no luck. So it's the same deal when you're going through these tapes. You have to pay a lot of attention. And we did just recently catch something pretty crazy at a Union County courthouse in New Jersey. We got like a full body apparition. It looked like it was a female, kind of walked out of nothing, stopped, looked at us in the camera, and then walked right into like a bookshelf. So it doesn't happen a lot, but it's pretty crazy when it does.